Hey guys, welcome to the home gym. I'm Chip. Today I'm going to be talking about the universal pulley system from Surplus Strength. After having the universal pulley system, or UPS, in my gym for the last 3 years, that'll be a great opportunity to give it a review. So hang out, let's get into it. So today I want to talk about a couple of things. First off, I'll discuss what is the UPS, why did I choose the UPS for my gym, what are the advantages of the UPS, what are the disadvantages of the UPS, pricing, and then ultimately, is the UPS right for you? So we'll go ahead and jump right into it. First off, what is the UPS? So the UPS it's a rack-mounted pulley system. So you got a high unit, a low unit, so that you can do movements such as lat pull downs, low rows, all the traditional things that you would normally use a pulley system for. It does have a dual pulley system design, which mitigates the sway that is typically found with free hanging pulley systems. I think that's a really cool feature. The pulleys are 4.5 inches. You can either get thermoplastic pulleys or aluminum pulleys. I've actually had both on my unit at various points. The thermoplastic pulleys, which is the base pulley unit, they are super smooth. The aluminum is smoother, but I don't necessarily know that it's worth the cost or not. We'll talk more about that later. It's made out of 11 gauge steel, has stainless steel hardware, UHMW inserts to prevent damage to the rack, laser cut logos. There's no stickers or laser etching. It is available in both 1 inch and 5/8 inch holes. And you only need 2 inches of clearance above the rack in order to mount it, which is wonderful. It also gives you the ability to move it around various locations of racks. Those multiple mounting location options lets you really customize it to your rack and your space. So why did I choose the UPS? When I was planning out this gym build, I knew that I wanted to get a pulley system. I had a DIY pulley system in my old gym, actually in the last 2 gyms, and it was kind of like what you see a lot of folks do, where you get a pulley system and a cable from Lowe's or Home Depot, and you hook it up to a pull-up bar, and you use some sort of loading pin. I actually used pipe nipples as a loading pin for mine. It was very, very budget DIY, and I didn't really use it, mainly because the sway, it wasn't smooth. It didn't work very well, and so because of that, I didn't use it. The setup time was also another negative with the DIY version. So as I was shopping around trying to figure out what is going to be the best fit for me in my new gym, I was looking for different options. I knew I wanted something that was made in USA. It wasn't a requirement, but it was something I preferred at the time. I was really trying to support small businesses, more local, made in USA businesses, especially smaller companies like Surplus Strength, Black Widow Training Gear, companies like that. Really, what I was looking for. So, I also wanted something with a minimal footprint. I've got a lot of floor space here. I could fit a standalone unit in multiple different places. Cue the Step Brothers quote: "So much room for activities." I definitely could fit a standalone unit in here. But I prioritize floor space. So that really wasn't, what I was looking for. I wanted something with a minimal footprint. In 2021, when I was shopping and when I decided to order, there weren't a lot of the upright trolley systems like you have now with the Buffalo Bully Glider, the dialed motion. Obviously Rogue has their system they've just come out with, the FM. Rep has the Aries. All those units, they've just come out in the last couple of years. This was mid-2021 when I was shopping. But I will say this: if I was ordering today, I would still choose the UPS over a trolley system, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. So what are the advantages of the UPS? To me, biggest advantage is almost zero additional footprint. I mean, really, the UPS low that extends about 12 to 14 inches out from the bottom cross member is truly the only floor space that's added. I guess if you count the loading pin and plate, there's floor space there as well, but it's essentially zero footprint added. There's no additional upright that's needed. If you look at a trolley system like a Bully Glider or a dial motion, you need to have an empty upright or an upright that doesn't have a lot going on, or you've got to be able to easily move stuff around in order to free up that upright in order to use those systems. I've got fairly clean uprights, but I really don't want to have to move my safety straps every time I want to go set up for a lat pull down. Next advantage to me, it really blew me away. I actually had a buddy of mine trained with me 3 or 4 months ago, and on the very first pull, he was like, "Wow, that's so smooth!" Like I didn't prompt him or anything; he just immediately noticed it. So whether you have the thermoplastic pulleys or the aluminum pulleys, the system itself is super smooth. It's very, very nice. It feels high quality. It feels premium. There's no grabbing or hitching or anything like that. It's really amazing. Again, like I said earlier, you can do all of your traditional high-low movements, lat pull-downs, tricep extensions, low rows, bicep curls. I love to hook a glute ham roller up to the low pulley for weighted hamstring curls. That's definitely a staple in my training, and I really feel like it's helped build up my hamstring strength and size. I love the ability to move the unit to different cross members because it's not, at least in my situation, I don't have it bolted to the cross member. You can bolt it, but I don't have it bolted. So given that I'm able to move it to different cross members, gives me varying setups so I can do things such as supersetting push-pull exercises, reverse hyper resistance, preacher curls. You really can get creative with it. So I have a lot more hacks on my Instagram. If you want to check that out, absolutely go check it out. If you have questions on any of those setups, let me know. So again, just having that freedom, that flexibility, not being constrained to that one specific location is really nice. So disadvantages. What are the disadvantages of the UPS? To me, just based off of feedback and talking with other members of the community, there's two main disadvantages that tend to come up, and I'm only going to call them out because they really seem to be hot topics for a lot of folks. So first off is the loading pin design. A lot of people do not like the top loading pin. It does use a loading pin similar to like what you might see like on a DIY unit or Squat Max MD. There's that top loading pin design. It's not a huge issue for me. I don't even think about it anymore. I'm a home gymmer, and what I mean by that is I'm not a displaced commercial gymmer. I'm not somebody who wants to be working out and training at a commercial gym, but I'm doing it at home. I want to train at home. My gym is built around training at home, so I understand there's going to be concessions made by training at home. With that in mind, I would 100% recommend getting Abmat sled spacers. I actually laughed when those first were introduced, when they first came to market. And then when I decided to go with the UPS, I said, well, I guess I'm getting sled spacers. And now I can't imagine not having them. They are great. So I can load up as much weight on the loading pin as I can lift, 4 or 5 plates. I can't lift that much, but I can load 4 plates plus the sled spacers. And there's still plenty of room in the loading pin. I will call out a shameless plug, code FIGJAM, saves 10% in Abmat. So if you want to get some sled spacers, save 10%, code FIGJAM. Second big disadvantage, at least according to most people, is seated low rows on the floor. I really don't know why this is such a big deal, but I will admit that I'm training, upstairs in a bonus room inside my house. I'm not training out in the garage. So I can kind of understand not wanting to sit down like on a dirty stall mat. This probably got, grease stains or oil stains from the car where you've been parking on it. I get that aspect of it. I will say that I sit on my sand dune stepper, so technically that's not the floor, but I really enjoy that. It gets me in a great position. And a little bit more comfortable, and again, not on the floor. So I do have another idea that I'm going to be testing out soon, so stay tuned for that. More to come. Now, everybody's favorite part, pricing. Obviously, that's a big concern when it comes to picking out something for your home gym is what is the cost. When I ordered in 2021, it was pretty straightforward. It's like you had a UPS high, you had a UPS low, and the price was what the price was. I love what Jason and his team have done over at Surplus Strength. They now give the customers options to select how they want to order the UPS system by either adding or removing certain items. So you have a standard UPS high package, you have a standard UPS low package. Those don't include the hitch pins or the speed pins. It doesn't include a loading pin. So if you already had those items, you can not include those in your order and help bring down the cost a little bit. So with that said, it's still not cheap, but it is definitely you get what you pay for situation. You are buying a handmade, in the USA, high quality piece of gym equipment from a small company. So with that in mind, I'll kind of break down like what my current setup costs. So with the UPS high, UPS low, I've got the upgraded aluminum pulleys, I've got the speed pins, and I do have a bar hook that would cost $889 before shipping. That's almost $900, and that's a big expense. I get it. Now, again, like I said a minute ago, you can lower those costs in a few ways. If you wanted to just get the UPS high and just get the UPS low, it's going to be $670 before shipping. Now, I understand that you can go to Amazon, you can go to several other websites and get a standalone unit on those sites for anywhere between $300 and $500. But again, that's not the same as the UPS from Surplus Strength. The same thing as a $50 or $75, hanging cable system similar to the DIY you can order from Amazon, so you don't have to do it yourself. They send it to you. It's the same format. Again, it's apples to oranges. You're definitely getting what you pay for when you go with a premium product like the UPS from Surplus Strength. As of just a few days ago, also, shameless plug again, code FIGJAM saves 5%. I do call that out because, again, that is a way to bring the cost down a little bit. But even if I didn't have that code set up, again, just in the last week, I still 100% support the company, support the product. I've just been very, very happy with it. So now you have to decide, is the product right for you? Is the UPS what you need in your gym? There's a couple of things that you have to consider when making that decision. What is your budget? We just talked about pricing. What does your space look like? Are you in a smaller space or in a larger space? What value do you place on things like floor space, convenience, where the product is made, versatility, quality? Are all of these things worth the extra cost to you? If yes, then I think, yes, this is the product for you. If you're a displaced commercial gymmer training at home, a standalone piece might be a better fit for you. So if you made it this far, thank you very much for sticking with me. I hope this information has been helpful. If you'd like to see more content like this, please let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all those things that bump the algorithm. Thank you for watching.